Welcome again. I have a shorter amount of time today. We've got Leia sleeping, right? And we have a slight printer problem. Here, let me get the other page, but that's okay. I got it. I wrote it out by hand for us. That's how it printed out. Anyway, all of a sudden, like it prints out normal, and then anyway, I wrote it out for us. But so welcome back. Welcome live, whoever dares to show up here live. And so I just kept getting the word beginning, or I begin again. There's this saint that, well, I guess he's a saint. I think I heard of him from someone else. Bruno Lanteri, I think his name was. But one of his famous sayings was, I begin again, I begin again. And, you know, if you understand clinically, my name's Dr. Cheryl Meyer. I'm a psychologist in my day job, and I teach deep, like, spiritual truths and psychological truths, and I use pop songs so that we can remember these and never forget, so that we don't get lost in old loops of ways of operating. So we go to the highest level of consciousness, and also, you know, what does it profit a person if you gain the whole world but lose your soul? Like, we also find our soul in the process. All of these songs, you know, to me are an expression of our desire for this divine union. We come from God. God is love, and we were created out of God, and we have this longing to go back. And so any song is ultimately pretty much talking about love and our highest longing. And so I was listening to this song today again, and I was smiling so big, you know, but I didn't print out the lyrics. Obviously we're having a printing problem, but it was like, do you like pina coladas? Getting lost in the rain. If you're not into yoga and you have half a brain. He's like, come with me and escape. First, his lady, you know, his partner writes in the personal ads that she's looking for, you know, this great man who's alive, who's vibrant. And anyway, but I don't know it by heart, or I'd play that song for us. So, so a few songs came up, but one of them is the Chicago song Beginnings, and I just love it. And I don't know if I did a teaching. I'm sure I did one. Yeah, I know I did one already online somewhere. But it always comes fresh anyway, whatever. And the other one is by Coldplay, this song called The Scientist. And it's just saying, let's go back to the start. Anyway, and so I welcome you. Welcome on this adventure. Let's enter the song. And I was also listening to this poet, and he was saying how to read his poetry. I forgot his name at the moment, but I've been quoting him a lot lately. Malcolm, got it. All right, his name just slipped me because and he was saying, when you just read this, you read it out loud. It's better to read these poems out loud. He wrote a poem about, a whole book on Arthur, King Arthur, and the quest. And anyway, but he has this British accent, and he said, like, when you read, you just read naturally and read, and the rhyme will go for itself, and the backbeat will just happen in the background. And so as soon as he said that, of course, my mind just goes back to backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. That's Oasis song called Wonderwall. Da, 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 da. You know, because we don't say backbeat a lot in America. I don't know, I just never hear it. I don't. Maybe, you know, a bunch more musicians hear it, but the psalm today also that is a song by David, King David, a long time ago, 3,000 years ago. I think it's 3,000 years ago he wrote these poems, these songs. And they knew in this ancient way how to write songs back then. They did it a particular way. And so it was Psalm 37. It says, Fret not thyself because of the ungodly, neither be thou envious against evildoers, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and be withered even as the green herb. So that goes with, and I'll tie this all together, is yesterday I was listening to the Lord of the Rings. I had to drive a lot yesterday, like 4 hours, I think. But for one of the hours, my son drove us. Anyway, and so for the 2 hours that I was driving, is I was listening to Lord of the Rings, and we were on the part where Aragorn and Pippin and Gandalf and the other kings are going to face Mordor and Sauron, and they said, it's not a joke, you know, we're going, and this might be our last battle. If Frodo doesn't go and destroy the ring, it will be, like, because we cannot defeat this foe by might. It's not going to work that way because he has more might. And we could have possibly defeated him had we had the ring and wielded it. But no one wanted to wield it because it would make them too prideful. It would turn into evil. And so the enemy never thought, this is a spoiler alert to Lord of the Rings, that they would go and destroy the ring. Anyway, I was crying because it was so deep when you read the book and you're in it. You're 3 books in by that time, and you recognize how much it reflects our real life and how much each of us are on a quest, and you're in a story, and sometimes it is very serious. Sometimes it's lighthearted, but sometimes it's really serious. And the choices you make now really do lead to life and death matters. All right. But I thought of the words like Jesus saying, "Behold, I send you out like sheep among wolves." You know, he is the good shepherd too. He says that in John 10:11. He says in John 10:10, the thief comes to off us and steal from us and destroy us without us even knowing. He's subtle like that. A lot of people don't know that they're giving their whole lives away. But anyway, but I have come that you may have life and have life abundantly. I am the good shepherd. I saw these people the other day, these 2 women and a man, but speaking of the 2 women, they were singing in this church, and it had like the best acoustics, and I don't remember the instruments that they were playing, and I can't remember the song. It was like the best song in the world. I tweeted it, so you can find it on X. DRCHERYLM. It's not very far down. It just says like the best song ever. I don't know. I said something about Dostoevsky's quote, "In the end, the world will be saved by beauty." And they're singing about Jesus saving, but you can't even tell what they're singing. They're just singing so beautifully. But the 2 women in it, maybe they're nuns or something, or maybe they just didn't want to wear makeup. But I loved that they had bare faces. So I'm just like, I just want to be like that. It's if you're a man, you don't really necessarily know what this is like. But if you're a woman, then like I dare you to try it. Okay. So we gotta find where the capo goes on this, and I want to show the chords without. Oh, yeah, I don't want to wake her up. She's right there. So that we can see the chords later. But I have the camera like this. So, all right, she moved. All right. Let me see if this is. They're not even really showing. When I'm with you, doesn't matter where we are. Doesn't matter where the chords are. Let me see. So I moved the capo up once, if you don't know. Let's see. When I'm with you, doesn't matter where we are. Time passes much too quickly when we're together laughing. All right, we'll go there. I don't know. It says capo 1, but that's for the male singers. I wish we had all of the instruments in the background. Anyway, we'll just see what shows up, right? When I'm with you, doesn't matter where we are or what we're doing. I'm with you, that's all that matters. Time passes much too quickly when we're together laughing. Wish I could sing it to you. Wish I could sing it to you. When I kiss you, I feel 1,000 different feelings. The color of chills all over my body. Hey, 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 hey. And when I feel them, I quickly try to decide which one I should try to put into words. Try to put into words. Mostly I'm silent, silent. La 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 la. I feel like something got cut off from that. Was I supposed to go back to the chorus? That's awesome though. I love it. And then when you're listening to them sing, it's so awesome because they say, only the beginning, only just the start, only the beginning of what I want to feel forever, only the beginning. I don't know if I brought down that quote. I read it last time, so I just was like, oh, I don't need to read it again. I think I might just play that again. Just imagine the creator of the universe when he left heaven, when Jesus left heaven to come ransom us, to come. Oh, that was the psalm. That was the psalm that came yesterday, I think, was the psalm. It says, you surround me with songs of escape. And so that's what was coming up, like redemption song, like Bob Marley sings. All I ever had, redemption song. And the woman, when she's looking for her real man to show up again, and he's looking for his real woman to show up again for him, you know, for us to align with the divine kind of masculine and feminine. I'm not trying to talk about anything New Age at all. I don't want anything to do with that. I'm just saying in general, like God made us male and female, and he made us certain ways, not, you know, our present day personality, egotism version of that self, not the collective local consciousness of that. There's glimpses of it in that, you know. Of course, I'm thinking of like Han Solo and Luke and Leia and, you know, those epic types of stories that people thought was going to flop, that movie. You know, but he got it on ancient themes. Anyway, if you imagine the Creator seeing, what we did with this world when we got tricked into selling out, Adam and Eve sold out for something less than, and then we've been stuck in this idea of less than and lack. But he says in Psalm, I think it's 32, you surround me with songs of rescue, of safety, redemption songs. It's like, and so of escape from this. And when we go back with love, if God is this absolute infinite being, this God before time, when we take time every day and sit in the presence of the one who is above time, it helps you develop a different perspective. So you're not stuck in time. You're not hooked into all this stuff that pulls you here, there, and everywhere. So God's saying it to you, and you're saying it back to God. Be mine, look, kiss me. And at the end of that psalm, let me see, I have it in my journal. Oh, here's my journal. It says, hold thee still in the Lord, and abide patiently upon him. But grieve not thyself at him whose way doth prosper against the man that doeth after evil counsels, the person that does unjustly in this world. Leave off from wrath, forsake wrath, it says in the King James. Let go of displeasure. Fret not thyself, else shalt thou be moved to do evil. It doesn't mean just sit down, and do nothing. It just means it was talking about don't get triggered. It's basically saying that. I can translate it as a psychologist. And it says, the Lord ordereth a good man or woman's going, and maketh his or her way acceptable to himself. Though he or she fall, he shall not be cast away, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. All right, so it's saying he holds your hand. I want to hold your hand. Oh, please say to me, this is God speaking to us, you'll let me be your man. And please say to me, whatever, come and take my hand. I want to hold your hand. I want to hold your hand. I want to hold your hand. Anyway, and so all these songs don't have to be all sensual. We're spirit, and we have this body. We're spirit first. We are a soul, and we've been given this body. This body is a vessel for our soul. And so you can feel things in your soul. And it doesn't mean develop some spiritual egotism, but anyway, just ask God to direct you and hold your hand. It's really simple. And so that quote I have from Malcolm Guite, let me see if I wrote it in this journal. It's in my other journal. I don't know if I wrote it in this one yet. I think it's just in my other one. Yeah, it just says, though clamor is without, keep harmony within. All right, the only way to do that is to anchor yourself to something so much deeper, because money's not going to buy you this. Jesus says, this peace that I give you is not of this world. It's a peace that passes all understanding. And someone was talking to me last night. He was saying, why Jesus was saying that in you, like the woman at the well, he says, if you drink of the water that I give you, in you will be this fountain of living water. It will not go dry. He says that in a different part of that same book, John, I think. I am the living water. He who drinks of me will never thirst again. He was saying, if you have some dirt in a cup, right? You can't keep trying to take out the dirt, but if you keep pouring in living water, it cleans it all out. It makes it clean. So just trust that God is wanting to do that. And the more we yield to that, and he gives us the desire to yield, because it's our longing to get back to real love. And, we see it looks like it in a woman, but these are just glimpses in a woman or a man or a relationship. It is love. It does show us something, but anyway. When I'm with you, doesn't matter where we are or what we're doing. I'm with you, that's all that matters. Time passes much too quickly when we're together laughing. I wish I could sing it to you. God's singing it to you right now through me. I wish I could sing it to you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. When I kiss you, I feel 1,000 different feelings. Color of chills all over my body. And when I feel them, I quickly try to decide which one I should try to put into words. Try to put into words. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mostly I'm silent, silent. La 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 la. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. Mostly he's silent, yeah, to us, especially because we're caught up in the clamor of this world. We don't know how to hold this peace. Jesus says, my peace I give unto you. Do not let your heart be troubled. Do not let it be afraid. That's a commandment. That's an action step on us. It's a discipline. It's just like I made that 3-minute funny video where I'm doing 50 push-ups in a row. I'm like, there's no AI on this. Because I say, and it was just coming to me in the moment, is that it takes discipline and effort to build up to doing 50 push-ups in a row. It didn't just happen in a day. Like I've been talking to other girls and they're like, I can't do 12 girl push-ups. They call them girl push-ups. We're not to demean any kind of girl, but we have them with our knees down sometimes. And it's like, yeah, it takes work. It takes work to keep creating art, to keep busting through the wall that's in front of you. It takes work and courage, like that courage that I was crying about in the Lord of the Rings, to face the enemy and not know. Like Aragorn loved, his elven, what's his name? Anyway, his daughter, I'm thinking of, what's his name? The guy from The Matrix plays this actor, anyway, his daughter. I'm not in that part of the story, but anyway, his daughter is who gives up her long life as an elf to live a mortal life, to be with Aragorn in the end, But he doesn't know. He doesn't know he gets to have that relationship. He has to let go of all ends and do the task that's in front of him now, which might have cost him his life. But at the same time, you hear Legolas talking, and he says, doesn't Sauron, the enemy, doesn't he know that Aragorn is from this line, this race? No one's ever defeated this race of people. There's just one line that talks about, I have it right here. I wonder if I could open to that. That would, but anyway. But maybe we see, It's not Galadriel, that's the other woman. Elrond, his son, because the sons of Elrond are in this part. Elrond's daughter, Arwen, I always say their names. They sound so familiar to me, so anyway. It was right before this. So the desperate journey went on as the ring went south and the banners of the kings rode north. For the hobbits, each day, each mile was more bitter than the one before. That Sam and Frodo finally got back on the road again. It was right before book 4. This man offers this if you just bow down to Sauron and we're going to take all this land. And Gandalf's like, no, we will not take that deal. Name the terms, said Gandalf steadily. And so they thought he was going to cave, but he had no plan to cave. No plan to cave. You gotta, what do you say? Like, it said Jesus had his eyes like flint. Sometimes you need to learn how to do that. Eyes like flint. And trust in this love that's deeper than time. Let me see if I, I don't know if I want to introduce, let's see. I don't know where the capo is on this one. I had to meet you. Tell me you're sorry. It's on simplified, so it's anyway. Let's see. I'll do the chorus and see if that's my. I don't know how to do this. I'm still learning how to get it in the right tune for your voice, the right chord. Is that how you say it? Nobody said it was easy. It's such a shame. It feels like lower. Nobody said. Just guessing. All right, I'll do one more and then. Hey, welcome. I'm not going to be long today. Come up to meet you, tell you I'm sorry. You don't know lovely you are, but I had to find you. Maybe I'll do it without the guitar. Tell you I need you, tell you I'll set you apart. Tell me your secrets, ask me your questions. Oh, let's go back to the start. Running up in circles, coming up tails, hands on a science apart. No, nobody said it was easy. It's such a shame for us to part. No Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it would be this hard. Oh, take me back to the start. I was just guessing at numbers and figures, pulling the puzzles apart. Questions of science, science and progress don't speak as loud as my heart. Tell me you love me, come back and haunt me. Oh, and I rush to the start. Hey, welcome. Running in circles, chasing our tails, coming back as we are. Nobody said it was easy. Oh, it's such a shame for us to part. Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it would be so hard. I'm going back to the start. All right. So I didn't get to practice guitar on that one, but don't know how lovely you are. Tell me your secrets, ask me your questions. So always when I go back to that, oh, let's go back to the start, it reminds me of the C.S. Lewis quote in the book Mere Christianity, where he says, if you've got the sum wrong, if you're on a math test, maths, that's how they say it in England. I'm studying maths, right? You just erase it back to where you got the sum wrong and start back from there. So just go back to that start. And if we have to go back to the beginning, it feels like the beginning. But someone taught me once, and it saved my life, it really did, that sometimes our progress is like this. And so, and when it looks like we're back at the beginning, but the beginning is actually down here, where we went like this, and some loops are lower than others, but we're actually going on this progress, So, all right, the word puzzle kept coming to me as well. So I'm going to show you this puzzle that I just finished. It might have taken me 2 years. 1 second, I'll get it. Come up to meet you, tell you I'm sorry, don't know how lovely you are. I had to find you, tell you I loved you. All right, so you can see part of it here. And one piece is missing, so God help us find this one piece. But I still consider the puzzle completed, all right? And so, look, here's Frodo and Sam doing their part. And here's the spider, Shelob, that came after Frodo already in my book. And here's Gandalf leading. And here's Treebeard, and the evil goblins behind them in Isengard. And so, this is 1,000 pieces. John Howard made it, so the art of John Howard, I don't want to just take someone's art. But I just finished it a few days ago, and I kept it on a corkboard so I could put it under the couch when I wasn't working on it, so it wouldn't take up our whole table. but I bring it up just because, like, the Holy Scripture is like a matrix. And so God is giving you these, like, multi-dimensional clues in the Word of God. It's living. It really is living. People can say that. And yeah, the Word is living. Okay, memorize that verse. No, actually experience it living, and then you'll see, like, all these dimensions open up. Like when it says, Jeremiah 29:11, I know the plans I have for you. That's like a blueprint. That's like if someone was going to make a $10 million movie or a $100 million movie, you're worth so much more than a $100 million movie, okay? Now, don't you think that they storyboard that? What that is when they write out the plots and the arcs of the character and where each scene is going to be filmed. And, anyway. And so God has done that with your life. And it's ours to get in alignment with that path. Because if we're not, we're on the wrong timeline. We're playing out someone else's blueprint, which is, Jesus said it's really simple to recognize it. He comes to off you and steal from you and destroy you through other people who will try to reject you and marginalize you and put down your gifts and make you continue to feel shame so that you keep going back to addictions to numb yourself. And you don't need to do that. It's, all right, here's I'll close with this song, right? I'll go back to where do we have the capo on this one? Do you remember? 2? Was it on 2? I think so. If not, I'll be singing it lower. All right, so just know that this is the Creator wants to be close to you. And we just read that passage. It said, greet one another with a holy kiss, right? Oh, that was in my Bible study this morning. I showed up a little late because I was, it says, look. So I'm not making it up, even though it's not going to show up regular on that. It goes mirror image on that. But anyway, it says for 2 Corinthians 13:11-14. Okay, good. I'm like just making sure I didn't write anything. Yeah. Finally, brothers, rejoice. Aim for restoration. Comfort one another. Agree with one another. Live in peace. And the God of love and peace will be with you. Greet one another with a holy kiss. Right? Here's the kiss. It's in the Bible. All the saints greet you. The grace of the Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you all. So all 3 parts of the Trinity. So when you just let God into one of your sadnesses or one of your joys, anything, that's like God is beyond he and she. That's in Psalm 27:10. When my mother and father forsake me, the I am that I am picks me up, the Lord, the uncreated one. Okay, so it goes. When I'm with you, doesn't matter where we are or what we're doing. I'm with you, that's all that matters. Time passes much too quickly when we're together laughing. Wish I could sing it to you. Wish I could sing it to you. Whoa, 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 whoa. When I kiss you, feel 1,000 different feelings. The color of chills all over my body. Hey. And when I feel them, quickly try to decide which one. Just try to put into words. Try to put into words. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 silent. La 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 la. Go back to where you started. All right, so we started by God creating us in the image and likeness of the Creator. Out of love we were created. I was looking at, what is that bright blue? Like, that's the sky. That's the sky. I thought it was like a screen, right? Go figure. Anyway, all right. I gotta go pick someone up and go to the airport. All right. Much love. Nice to see you here. Here or after, right? Much love.